Hello, ballisting tubers, and well, that's not a word. And welcome back to Let's Play Fire Emblem Thracia 776 with me, BlueAnkylo. Last episode, we did Chapter 9, which wasn't too bad, all in all. Played around the arena a little bit, got some new units, probably won't use them very much. And now we're on to Chapter 10, Noble Valley. The forces of the Fianna Freeblades, which still only has really one or two blades, the Magi, and the remnants of Leonster's nobility, though but strangers to one another, had rallied behind— this is a long sentence with too many cuts— had rallied behind their common cause. They quickly cohered into a formidable fighting unit. That's right, formidable guys, that's me. And became a new army all on their own, the Liberation Army. The time was finally right to head for Tara and break the siege upon the city. The Liberation Army made their way to the Imperial Thracian border, which they would cross through Noble Valley. It used to be Nova. It was way cooler when it was a Nova. A small gap in the otherwise impassable mountain range. If only we had more flyers to carry people. Alright, big-ish map, medium-large. Lots to digest here, and our first time with ballisticians, so get used to these. 15 might, 22 damage, not very accurate. Well, 75 accuracy is not bad, but at least the guy using it's not very good. So 87% to hit. Even a very dodgy unit in the forest is probably only going to get to like 50 or 60 evade, and it'll probably one-shot easily our flyer, and it's range 10, so at least we can highlight them like that. It doesn't stay highlighted, but you can at least see the danger zone. What else is there to highlight? We've got a castle to capture. There's some couple thieves over here, which we might try to grab for some stamina drink. And there should be another thief somewhere. 2 stamina drink thieves, so maybe we'll get some of that. But the ballistas are gonna really slow us down, and they're all over the place. There's a lot of defensive ballistas, so I'm not too hopeful unless they hold still. Like, if they run around, I don't know if I'll be able to catch them. But if they hold still, sure, we'll get them eventually. There is a lone boss Draco Knight over here. I wonder if this is someone I should not kill for recruitment. Kind of looks like he might be a player character, but we'll probably just kill him. I didn't see anything about don't kill the guy on the mountain, so. Bolting. So these are always scary in basically every Fire Emblem game. Long range magic with a decent crit chance, which is very, well, in Thracia at least, there's some ways to beat the crit, which helps, but it can sure catch you by surprise if you're not ready. So there's that. Ballista, bolting, ballista. Some less important javelin guys. Armory, supply, vendor, arena. Oh boy, you can go do some arenaing. And another house. So there's 2 houses, I think. Just the 2 houses. This one is apparently very difficult to get to. The bridge is down. You could, I think a thief can fix it, or, you know, close the drawbridge so you can walk across it, I think. But how do you get a thief over here anyway? So the idea would be to fly over and land out of, so that you don't get killed by the ballista. So the way I understand it, this house is very difficult to save. Karen is pretty much the only one that can get the job done over here. And it's actually 2 ballistas, so I don't even know if that's safe. Because I think she'd have to land on the house or in the forest, and then next turn liberate the house, take 2 ballistas, and then try to fly away. You could drop someone over there. That might be a bit safer, yeah. Can she move? Yeah, she can canto after a drop. So, assumedly from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, come on, cursor. Drop, and then she's got 8 moves, so 1, 2, 3, 4 out. Yeah, I like that strategy better than dismounting her in range of the ballista. She's very frail, even when she's not taking bonus damage. That might be a job for Dhalsim. He's slow, but actually he's not that slow. He's slow movement, but he's got a lot of actual speed. 21 damage per shot. That's still gonna add up if they connect. He's got like 12 defense, so that's like 7 and 9. So worst case scenario would be like 9 damage when we drop him, and then he moves up here, gets the house item, another 9 damage, another 7 damage, I think, assuming he's got 12 defense anyway. So that'd be 18, 25 damage, and then assumedly we can move him down and do the same. Pretty sure you can still rescue Kanto away. That's possible within his HP range. I'm not sure anyone else could survive. I guess if you put the Paragon Sword, we could give him the Paragon Sword. No, he's axe only. We might be able to stack someone up to have a little bit higher defense. I'll have to look at that when I'm doing my preps. Just so you know, future tubers, we're going to do the preps off camera because there are 14 deployment slots. And that's a lot of messing around with who gets what scroll. Only one person should be fatigued, I think. It's just Safi. And that's mostly because she's got no HP. We almost didn't fatigue her, but her HP is pretty bad, so she fatigues really easy. Other than that, we'll bring, we'll surely bring Nana to have some healing. Pretty much have to bring Karen. Dhalsim has 12 defense, the way I remembered it. I'm not sure who I'm bringing yet, but, Nana, Dhalsim, Karen at least. I don't know if I'll need a thief on this one. We'll probably want Asbel. Oh, I would like to bring Maka and then promote her. Like, if you remember last episode, all those years ago, wherever Maka is, she's hiding. We did a little bit of fun with her in the arena last time, so we got her to level 20, so we'll promote her up. I'll show that once we come back. So she can come. She might get fatigued on this map if we use her much, but that's fine. We've actually got lots of slots left. So anyway, I'm going to figure out that side of things off camera, but I'll finish sort of reviewing the map before cutting to inventory management. Ooh, Flame Sword. Yeah, so there are some items to try to gather up. Bridge Key to open or lower drawbridges. Flame Swords are very, 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 very rare and valuable. So that'd be lovely. Of course, it's in range of the ballista. Or 2. Yeah, we need people with lots of defense, is what I see here. Anyone that can take... You have to be able to take 19 damage hits. And sometimes 22 damage hits without just crumbling. So probably some Kanto cavalry are useful. There's a fair bit of plains here. Some forest every now and then. But I can see, moving up to here or to here... trying to do an attack and then getting out of the way might be important. Also, maybe some armor-slaying type weapons. Maybe someone with a hammer. Maybe a rapier. Not that these guys... Well, they've got 13 defense. They're not super scary, but because of all the ballista, we need to be able to kill things kind of quick here. Other than that, anything else to note? There's a little bit of cav at the back with armor slayers and rider's banes. So, again, we can't capture them. The only way you could get these is if they're light enough for our thief to steal them. Which, we're nowhere near close to the Rider Bane. I think the Armor Slayer is pretty heavy, too. So, unless there's some trick that gets these guys to dismount, which there probably isn't, we'll never get those. So, that's kind of why it's hard to get lances, I feel like. Because mounted units tend to use... mounted enemy units tend to have lances, and you can't capture them. So our supplies of, rare lances is a little bit more difficult than, swords and stuff that lots of ground units have. And, saying that, I understand sometimes there are soldiers with javelins, but these are not Rider Banes or Armor Slayers or anything cool. There's a little mage down here with a Thunder Tome. We could steal that, theoretically, if I bring Lithis. Oh, there was something else, yeah. So these tiles are forts. You might not be able to see them there, but crossing these bridges is actually quite difficult. Because there's a fort there, there's a fort there, and there's a fort there. So those are all very defensive tiles. That's one of the reasons we probably need Asbel. And I'm pretty sure these villages are, like, the houses do get destroyed, so we can't waste too much time. Maybe that's what the thieves do. That makes some sense. Okay, well, I have a lot of work to do. So, future tubers, I'll cut back when we've got our preps ready, and I'll go over them just briefly when we get back. But I have a feeling this is going to take, 10, 20 minutes. And welcome back, future tubers. We just spent who knows how long, hours, trying to develop some strategies and some battle preps here properly. But I think we're good to go, so I'll just spend a little bit more time reviewing these things for the future tubers that missed out on all the fun. So, you can see my list of deployed characters. The people who we would have brought maybe would have been Safi, but she's fatigued. And pretty much everyone below that is like, I'm not really planning on using, or I couldn't think of a good use for them, and I want them to recover fatigue. So Lithis is just recovering fatigue. Halvin is kind of borderline not useful right now. Ronan, Marty, these guys are kind of jokes. The Scrub Squad could be useful, but only if you want to really train them up, and I don't really want to do that. Lara is pretty much completely useless right now. She can't really steal anything, so all she's doing is being a target for Ballista and dying immediately. And so they're all out, and basically I got to bring everyone else. So, highlights here are Maka is going to promote. I have redistributed weapons for everyone, so most people have a good selection of weapons. Maka's ready to promote. Tanya, I was just reviewing her, not a great archer. I mean, she started off decent, but archers still have a really hard time, so she's coming, kind of give her a couple more chances before she gets benched and someone else better joins. But she's kind of bottom of the top list here. Of the top 14, she's pretty close to the bottom. Ocean's totally fine, though. Gave him a scroll for critical protection. He's a little bit low on defense, so he's not really like a ballista bait, but I'd prefer him not to get criticaled, and his stats are pretty solid, I think. So I like him. Brighton's coming along. He's not great. He's the other one at the bottom of the list. So Wrath is good, but his stats are pretty bad. So we'll give him a couple level ups if we can, and we'll see how he does, but he might be on the benching mark. Nana's great. Nothing wrong with Nana. You know Nana. Fergus, I'm pretty sure we want to keep him around. We'll see how it goes. I did give him a skill ring back in jail, so I'd like to not have him suck. We're going to make sure he gets some... We're going to try to boost him up a little bit more with one of the scrolls. Also, he's pretty key for one of our strategies with the Armor Slayer. Not a lot of characters have a B rank in swords and also are on a horse or have Constitution to capture. So high Armor Slayer might be the way to do capturing. And just, we looked it up between recording sections. When you're using effective weapons like the Armor Slayer, the weapon's might is multiplied by 3 if they're against the correct unit. Not your physical strength, only the weapon's might. That's kind of why rapiers aren't that good. 4 might times 3 is only 12, which is, just barely better than a base Armor Slayer. About the same might as a Iron, but in fact, exactly. So a rapier against a horse is pretty accurate and light and has a bit of crit, but damage-wise it's the same as the Iron Blade. So, Armor Slayer, excuse me. Sorry, everybody. Armor Slayer, 30 might, though, is incredibly high. So that's much more powerful against if you're trying to capture something where your stats are halved, but not the might of your weapon. Similarly, a hammer is good for that, which is... It's good for Leaf. Yeah, no, Leaf's got one, I think. Hammers, we brought a couple hammers. I think Dagdar's got one, wherever he is. Hammers are even better against armor, but less accurate. So 36 might is pretty crazy good. So that's like the basics there. Anyway, so Fergus on the low end. Shiva, I'm bringing him and I'm giving him a scroll, but he's got a long way to go. He's got to get a bunch of good level ups. I'm only bringing him because I really like Myrmidons, and Maka, well, she was amazing. So I figure I should at least give Shiva a try. If he turns out good, we'll have 2 Sword Masters. But if he turns out bad, we'll just bench him. He's probably in the bottom 4 or 5 right now. Asbel, of course, is amazing, and I'm planning to promote him at the end of this level. We might just get him to 20 at the arena if we can, or just at some point I'll get tired of him not being promoted. So I've got some seals distributed. Karen, we're really trying to invest in her getting some strength, defense, and constitution. This is a great scroll for her. Hopefully she gets some of those stats and can help get a little bit bulkier. Dawson is right on the border of being amazing. I looked up his promotion gains. He gains, what is it, like 3 strength, 2 speed, 5 skill, like 4 defense, the ability to use swords, lances, and bows, and +1 movement. So what I'm going to try is a couple more level ups if he can get a few speed. All he's really missing at all is speed, and of course movement. If he can gain a movement +1 or some speed ups, I'm probably going to use him. We'll promote him and maybe give him the leg ring. Because I would give him 8 movement promoted, which is pretty solid. I might give him Wrath because he's so tanky. We can put him somewhere. Enemies will kill themselves on his axes. We'll see. I haven't 100% decided, but he's right on the cusp of being, well, unstoppable, I think. Dagdar's here to help sort of carry us as our Jagan. Good for capturing and hammering. Callion, probably going to be doing some tanking ballistas with the Paragon Sword. I did a little bit of math. Whoever has the Paragon Sword, assuming they've got some defense and they're in a forest or something, they should be able to withstand the ballista pretty safely, and they'll also get double experience without wasting durability while they're doing it. So sword guys with E rank or higher, probably how I'm gonna, if I need to burn down a ballista ammunition, that's what I'll do. We've got Finn here, you know, Brave Lance for captures. He's pretty good, pretty averagely good, not amazing, just averagely good. 12 strength, 13 speeds, nothing wrong with that at all. I haven't had a chance to use Miracle ever. I don't think this is a very good skill. He's got, with the Brave Lance, 16 luck. That's still only like a 50-50 shot to not die, so I would never do it. Even with capped luck, 20 luck plus 10 from the Brave Lance is only 90% to not die. I don't know if I would trust it. Not in Thracia. And then good old Leafy here. He's getting pretty close to level 20. Standard kind of loadout. Anyway, that's that plan. And yeah, that's our preps. Hopefully that covers it. Only took a few minutes. Much better than doing it for half an hour or an hour. Has there been any change, General Largo? Largo. I remember him. You're doing reconnaissance again today, Lady Olwen? I admire your fortitude, coming this far into the mountains every morn. She's been assigned to it on the direct orders of General Kempf, Mein Kampf. There's no doubt he's out to harass her, having her make such a back-breaking trek. You see, he's a bad guy. You can tell by the name. Truth be told, Alfred... Oh, it's not even Fred anymore. Truth be told, Alfred, I'd rather be out here than cooped up in Fort Dundrum. I mean, Dundrum sounds pretty boring. Are the modders, like, are the patchers really making jokes here? Fort Dundrum is boring, and looking at the evil Comp's face every hour of the day. Oh, scathing words, but General Kampf is quite an embarrassment, really. A high-born noble, his impudence and pettiness undermine his stature, and he behaves closer to a boy than a man. Perhaps it's natural to be a little insecure when General Reinhardt's fame has so thoroughly eclipsed his own. But to be so vindictive about it as to take it out on the commander's only sister. You'd scarcely believe that there was any noble blood in him at all. He's a disgrace to his uniform. General Kampf is utterly convinced that my lord brother is somehow his competition. No one competes with Reinhardt. He doesn't understand the solidarity that comes with military service. Well, they're both close in age, both promoted to general very young, both yada yada. It's easy to see how such a vile mindset took root with a name like that. But my lord brother certainly doesn't feel the same way about him. Then that's all the more reason for General Kampf to hate him, wouldn't you say? What? Why? If the hatred's not mutual, then there should be no reason. Oh, that's not how it works, huh? Declaring someone your Reinhardt, declaring someone your rival, and them not even acknowledging you? That's such a kick. Ah, you don't get it. I envy your innocence. It's Kampf's way of thinking that ensures North and South Thracia will never be as one. I don't follow. She's gonna marry Leaf. This is Leaf 2.0 girl version. I don't understand. Ugh, what's going on? Why? No, I've been to your ear for too long. It's been good to speak so frankly, but you're kind of dumb. Why don't you stay a spell and catch your breath? I will, thanks. You spoiled me, General. I don't know. She's gonna have to be Valley Girl after that. I don't understand. Why do the boys fight? And why is the world mean and people won't be friends? Prince Leaf, just across the valley is Fort Noel, which guards the border between Thracia and the Empire. We'll finally be able to strike at the enemy's own territory for a change. Have we any idea of their numbers? Our reports say the garrison is small, but they make up for it with force of arms and ballista. The fort is guarded with ballista, a sort of giant... Yeah, okay, I know what a ballista is. At least it's not a trebuchet. They're tremendously powerful. We'll have to destroy them before advancing toward the fort. How do you propose we do that? Fire technique, or get a trebuchet. We've 3 means of attack. First, we could send the majority of our forces to draw the enemy out of ballista range. Assuming they follow us, maybe. Then we send a small force to deal with the ballista while they're occupied. No. Unless they can fly and then they get one shot. No. Bad. Second, we could storm the valley with our cavalry, overwhelming the main body and allowing us to swiftly dispatch the ballista. This could work as a last resort if your cavalry have enough defense not to die. They both have crucial downsides. What's the best course of action? That would be the third way. Since you've caught on that both plans involve direct confrontations are inadvisable, I'm sure you don't need it spelled out for you, Prince Leaf. Don't get hit by ballista? What? He didn't tell us. One solution is to rush the ballista. The other solution is to ignore the ballista. The third solution is... turn around and go home? I mean, sure, if we had, like, A-rank fire by some... it'd be impossible. There's no way you could have A-rank fire unless you grinded like crazy. You could meteor them, but... we don't have that option. Even then, we would need 24 magic damage. Meteor Tome's 9. So if you had 15 magic, which if you used a pure drink or promoted you could one-shot them with a meteor. But, like, how would you get Asbel to A-rank fire? He starts at E. Like, it's like 200 or 250 castings. That's crazy. Alright. Anyway, focus, Blue. There's work to do. Our job for now is to get to this house as quickly as we can. And my solution is to carry our big boy. Not gonna be as easy as I thought. Bad idea. I forgot, of course, that you get half movement when you're carrying Dhalsim. There's almost no one can carry without getting half movement. So I had a fancy idea of standing here, 1, 2, 3, 4, drop, canto, 5, 6, 7, 8 back. That's not going to actually work. Thanks, Thracia mechanics. Well, we'll see if it works or not. Just teleport to the castle. I guess you could, if you brought, what's her face? The girl safe, Safi. You could warp someone over here. Try to one-round Largo. It would have to be Leaf to capture. Is this a seize? It's a seize. So you need basically to warp Leaf over here, have him solo the boss without dying to Ballista and Cavalry. He's out of range of the bolting at least. Doesn't seem super likely. You just spam Asbel on every single chapter, use the stamina drinks on him. Does he get fire? Does he use a fire tome if you send him to the arena? Can you just max your fire rank there? I don't know. That seems pretty suspect. Okay, first things first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can still get out of the way if we do this. I want to see... So, if you missed the preps... This guy's got a flame sword, and I really want it. But, he's on a fort, which means it's really hard to hurt him. And you can't capture him with a magic damage mage. So, the only way that looks anywhere near reasonable was to see how an armor slayer would do. And we're looking at 14 damage... with a 55 hit. So if we could chip him down about, well, 14 more damage. So we need to get him down to 14. The other option is, we can't check it right now, but the hammer, Dagdar has enough constitution to capture. He'll have a smaller hit rate, but theoretically he could hammer him, and we could also temporarily give a hammer to Brighton, who also will have a small chance to hit with a hammer. But the Armor Slayer is probably the best. So we can use Nana to give him 10% more. Who am I looking at? Fergus? Where's Fergus? Fergus, he also is supported by Karen, if I remember correctly. So you could get 10% from Karen, 10% from Charm on Nana. So that would get him up to pretty good odds. It's no guarantee. But 75%, that's as good as it gets in Thracia. So, as far as doing a little bit of damage, not getting killed by Ballista, let's see. Could throw a javelin at him. The problem is he's going to counter everything with fire magic, so chip damage is actually not very safe either. So Finn can do... The trouble is if he crits, he kills. Not... Yeah, any crit kills. Man, that Brave Lance is pretty good. Because that's 4 strikes. Wow. Finn just walks right through this guy like he's butter. He does, assuming he hits, which, you know, 84%, plus we could get it up to 94 easily. Actually, Nana supports him, so if she's in range, she's 99. 4 hits would be 20 damage. Any one critting would kill him instantly. That's crazy. Finn's too strong. You're too strong, Finn. So speaking of Nana, we have 1 tile of not getting hit by Ballista. He shouldn't move. These guys don't move either. One thing I'd like to just learn about is... One of my strategies was putting someone with the Paragon Sword in the forest. So he should have 14, 16 defense. So he can take 6 damage, but that's not that bad. And then we need Dagdar closer to get all my potential hammerings in here. Finn is already pretty much good to go. Let's see. What I'll do is, I really don't have a lot of faith in Brighton. His stats are pretty terrible, but I will let him hold on to the hammer for this one. I did check like the Brave Axes if they would have any chance of working. Because of the 10 defense plus 10, the Brave Axes, if you're trying to capture, basically don't do any damage. Like 0 to 1 damage per Brave Axe Lance type thing. If you're attacking, it's fine, but if you're trying to capture, it's not enough. I gotta get a better feel for where all the ballista are too, because ballista ranges are easy to miss. Okay. Fergus is the Armor Slayer, so he's kind of the first one to go. Leaf probably isn't doing anything against this guy. Just checking for next turn. Yeah, with no magic defense. Well, this is 6 damage of chip with a chance of critting that wouldn't kill it. So maybe I do open with Leaf. I mean, I feel this light brand's not going to last. But that 6 damage on a crit is 24 minus 9 is 24 minus 9. Easy math. 15, which is not a kill. He would need 2 crits, which is... There's no way. We might want to try Maka with the Flame Sword. But first... our first promotion. All the way to Chapter 10 before we promote anybody. Congratulations, Maka. +3 strength, +1... Oh, man. So good. I didn't see all the stats, but... she was already capped on skill and speed. She got 1 magic, I think 3 strength, another 2 con? Look at how bulky she is. Oh, she didn't go Swordmaster, she went Hero. No wonder she's bulky. Wow, that's not what I was expecting. So she didn't get the Swordmaster skills. She went Hero. She can use axes now. Oh, well. Definitely not what I was expecting. I didn't actually look that up. But usually a Myrmidon would become a Swordmaster, so I didn't think I'd have to. That's a lot of stats. 15 defense. 15 defense. She could use the Paragon Sword and hit 20 defense, and then put her in a forest, she'd have 22. They wouldn't even shoot her. She'd have so much defense the Ballista would ignore her. Yeah, you could just solo the map with Maka. The Ballista won't even try. As long as she's in a forest, they won't even shoot her. And if she was fast enough to hop between forests, that would do it. Sadly, she did not get +1 movement on promotion, which kind of sucks. And axes! Okay, I wasn't expecting the axes, but... honestly, 14 con is definitely high enough to use axes that hit a lot harder. Yeah, she's really good. She's real good. No doubt about it. Not quite good in the way I was thinking, but great. Like, it's all good. It's all good. Hero. Okay, the thieves are running around. We do need to get through this fort fairly quickly, or else, 5%. We get 12 experience for just taking a step out. I don't want to, like, try to drain out the ballistas right now, because I want to try to get to these houses first, but boy, there's not a lot of time. Holy smokes. Here I was thinking the south one was going to be hard to get to. How do you get to this north one? Like, we have to deal with him this turn, and even then, we need someone ready to move. Wait, 14 con? I should just give her the Armor Slayer, huh? Yeah, she can do it. She'll double. Right? $17, she could miss. So optimally, you'd still do 10 damage, and then she'd have 67% chance to capture. She's got an FCM, so her second attack is 30% crit. So even if she missed the first one, she'd have a decent chance of critting on the second strike. Right? FCM 3? If I put Nana in range... No, it's only plus 10. Maka gets crit from somebody. He's here. She's getting it right now. Brighton, right? That was the other reason I brought Brighton. So if I put Brighton on this tree, or this tree, maybe. Could Brighton take 2 ballistas? 19 damage, 22 damage. 9 defense, so 10 and 13. Yeah, he could take 2 ballistas, as long as nobody else hits him. Should work. Oh, she did not get crit from Brighton. Who does Maka like? Let me just go look this up. I'm pretty sure someone gives her support, but supports in this game are not easy. Support bonuses. Maka. Makua. So she gives support to Brighton. But she does not receive support. She only receives support from Seti, who's not here. So she can't get any bonus crit or anything. That'd be too nice. I could still get her hit rate from Nana. But then Nana will be in range. She's only got 4 defense. Well, she could be in range of 1. Right? 22 damage. So you take 18. It's not ideal, but she can survive 1. Because all I'm trying to do here is, like, we need to kill this guy right now, and I really, really should try to capture him. So that's 77%. Is there any way we could safely do 10 damage? I think Leaf can do 6 or something. It's not quite 10. If he gets a crit, but he's in range of 2 ballistas, well, he could survive it. We could rescue him if we have to. Well, let's just give it a shot at this point. I feel like we're wasting lots of time now, so. I think Longsword Maka is the best shot, but. Burning through this light brand. Okay, no crits, so we didn't get any extra damage there. If we could chip him down just a little bit more, 4 more damage, right? Then it's still not guaranteed, but it's... If I can do 4 more damage, then the odds are totally in our favor. I feel like this might be the kind of thing Finn could do. If you had the perfect weapon. 2 damage. Yeah, that's 4 damage. That's my Finn. I don't think a crit would kill the boss. We'll find out. Dang it! Finn! Attack 22. He's just too... Finn! I really wanted that fire sword. I should have done more math. I was thinking, we're only doing 2 damage. There's no way a crit will kill him. No. Well, dang it. Oh well, I guess. Let's find out if this is going to be a manageable strat anyway. You've got 8 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's it. So you can get to here next turn. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, then he can guard the house at that point. So this is fast enough. Basically, second turn, you need to kill this guy and start moving to this forest with the cavalry. So this part should work for thieving, and I think it's pretty safe. It's pretty clear that Callion can take a few ballista with the Paragon Sword. But let's test out this bottom side, because this might not work anyway. I got problems down here. This tile. 1, 2, 3. 3 left, 1 down. So how am I getting, like, okay, I thought I'd be able to move further carrying, and that was my mistake. How does Karen actually do this without dying? Because right now, she can move to here, drop them, but then she's stuck here. And sure, this guy's, you know, Dhalsim is protecting her from the lance, but she's super dead. 2 ballista. I don't think that works. Even with a leg ring, she'd only have 5 moves. She couldn't get out of there. So this strat, maybe not going to work for Karen. $21 might here and 19. Can she even take one of those? If it's effective damage, it's weapon power times 3 again. No. No, she cannot take a single hit. Not even remotely close. Because it's 45. The ballista's 15 might, so 45. Not to give up on this map, but I don't think I can get to that house with the strategy I tried to lay out. So this is just going to be a test run. A bow would have the same problem. Iron bows will probably have 8 or 9 might. Times 3 on the might is just... She does not have enough HP. Not even close. So it's good to remember that ballistas are not very accurate. First off... Oh no, I did not have enough turns up here. Never mind. So this is a complete fail. I thought I had another turn and I was wrong. Unless you get a movement star. Which he could have had. So nothing works. Oh, and also we crossed the invisible line reinforcements. Lady Alwyn, the valley is under attack. You must ride for Fort Dundrum at once and warn them. I'll keep them at bay. If you permit, General, I would rather remain here and fight with you. Oh, I'm honored, Lady Alwyn, but we have our orders. Yours is reconnaissance, and alerting Fort Dundrum must be your first priority. I can't just leave you here. You must allow me to help you defend the valley, if only for a little while. Very well, provided that you swear to leave the battlefield and ride for Fort Dundrum in short order. Thanks, General. Thanks, General. I'll fight. Let's go, Alfred. Yeah, there's Lady Alwyn. Just hanging out. So that's what happens. I don't know exactly where the line is, but somewhere between here and here, or here I guess, there's a vertical line, and if you stand there, then that happens. Anyway, we've already failed my quest to get the villages and stuff, so we're gonna restart this map. Wow, so how do we get up there that fast? Like, turn 1 we have to deal with the Armor Knight? And get, like, we're a full turn slow with our Cav. And then this'll, we just want to see the percentages here, but 50-50 to one-shotter. No, there's no way. They got 2 50-50 shots. I can't have her enter turn there ever. So she can't go north or west. Thracia maps, huh? Yeah, the ground units can take 2 or 3 hits if they're reasonably defensive, but I mean, that's theoretically a bit of a problem too if he comes to attack us. That's another thing that Karen would have a hard time with. I mean, this is not how we're gonna do it. So, alright, future tubers, we're gonna call that a failed attempt. What I will do is restart the chapter, and I'm gonna cut it here for a bit, but I'm gonna do a little bit of strategizing, because I don't really see a good way to do this right now. Either side. So I'm gonna have to do some more thinking. So I'll be back in a minute, and we'll restart this chapter with maybe some better strategy, because this was not even close. Not even a chance. So see you guys in a minute.